Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for the hardest side quest in the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV. This is not a joke. It is the hardest quest. Unless you cheat and use the market board, but then, where's your pride as a fisher? Today we're going to be catching the hardest fish in A Realm Reborn. Not just for the sake of our fishing log, which yes, we're going to be doing, but also there's a side quest that has us do that. Before we get started on that though, we need to prepare, and to prepare we are going to be catching a few fish in order to get ourselves our best relic tool for fisher. For this we're going to come to the South Blood Shore in eastern Lenosia. I'm trying to get onto the correct pronunciation. I've always said Lenosia, I've been told it's Lenosia. And if I'm wrong on that, then I was right on Lenosia, then I don't know what's happening, I'm being gaslit. Okay, for this fish, it is available from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eorzean time. You need a gathering rating of 375 or higher according to the console games wiki. And the bait it likes is the heavy steel jig. So in just a few moments, it'll be the proper time. And for this fish, we're going to need 10 of it in total. Let's see, what other information do we have? I want to say... Actually, how big is its bite? It's not actually showing up on my... That would be why I had the wrong setting set. Here we go. Oh, it is a huge pull, apparently. Alright, let's get started then. Just need to catch 10 of it, and we can be on our way to get that relic tool. That is not the right fish. Alright, I guess I'll be back when I catch it. It should be fairly common, actually. I don't think it'll be too big of an issue to catch it. It should be fairly common given we need 10 of it. Alright, yeah, this is going to be our first one of the fish. And I shall be back once I have caught 9 more gigant clams. Alright, I am back. I caught all 10 gigant clams within one window. They are very common indeed. It's like an 80-90% catch rate. Very, very common. Now then, once we have those 10 gigant clams, we also need to, with 9,000 Grand Company seals from our Grand Company seal vendor, get ourselves 15 glacier crystals. It's 600 Grand Company seals each. You can also get them for 50 hunt currency each, 50 of the allied seals each. So once you have 15 of those and 10 of the gigant clams, we can talk to Talon here and start working on our Lucis tools. Guiding star things are good enough? I hope he's right or we're all gonna be sorry. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Talon seal of fishing mastery. Trade in our gigant clams and glacier crystals. Where is my Halcyon Rod Supra? Where is my Halcyon Rod Supra? In my glamour dresser for some reason. Gosh dang it, I'll be right back. Well, foolish mistakes aside, I got my Halcyon Rod Supra back out of the glamour dresser. Don't know why I did that. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a Halcyon Rod Lucis. And also compare this to our Ironworks fishing rod. Plus 14 gathering, plus 8 perception. Very, very good. Very big improvement. Alright, you, and you. Tool time for the land? And, still trying to do that for some reason. Well, ignoring that, 382 gathering and 300 perception goes to 396 gathering and 308 perception. That is really fucking good. It's still not quite enough to catch all of the legendary fish. We are going to need spinach quiches in order to catch everything. Anyways, let's go get started on the actual main focus of today, which is the hardest quest in the entire game. Hello there, Wawalago. This quest that he has for us was first introduced in patch 2.4. We could have done it then. We could have done it once we finished Beast of Brewer's Beacon. But as I have mentioned before, I wanted to save the legendary fish, the 6th hardest fish in the expansion for patch 2.5. And well, as great a fisher of men as he is a devourer of fish, Guildmaster Wawalago reels us in with a choice of challenge. And to emphasize how hard this quest is, look how good the rewards are. 50,000 gil, 99 free teleports, and our choice of 50 either Yumizona or streamer baits. 99 free teleports! The arrival of an audacious adventure is always an auspicious affair. I've a word for you if you would wait but a whit, whew. All this long while have I, Wawalago, wielded the willow, and so I've an unparalleled understanding of the calamity's copious consequences for creatures that cavort in courses and combers. Such confusion and chaos caused by the calamity. Fish are found far from where they once frolicked, like the loosing of the legendary Nepto Dragon in new domiciles. With which I wander on to today's topic. The realm rings with reports and rumors of fantastic fish, incredible ichthytic impressions that indicate an onslaught of old ones. Better than old ones, living legends. Only a false fisher fails to fling herself at such a fortuitous find. Lenosha, the Black Shroud, and Thanalin were where these rousing reports arose. The dearth of details does deter dilettantes, despite the delights of living legends. But you're a fully fledged fisher, flush with frills and fundamentals both. Lower all 3 living legends into the light of day or die despairing. Enervated by the enormity of the enterprise, practice makes perfect, so you might ply your pole against all the old ones first. If only I were footloose and fancy-free like you, it is my fatal flaw that I am indisposed as well as too important to indulge my instinct for ichthytic inspection. In order to catch these fish, to emphasize how steep the requirements are, legendary fish are usually the last 6 fish introduced in an expansion. They are going to require a fully kitted out set of gear, fully melded, with the best tools available. In patch 2.4, that was the Ironworks fishing rod from catching every other fish except for the living legends. The Ironworks fishing rod is good enough, the Halcyon rod is a little bit better. Only slightly though. Either way, you gotta be fully equipped for this. Or just have Heaven's Word or later gear, that would also help. Anyways, let's go catch us some legendary fish, starting with the 3 in Lenosha, Black Shroud, and Thanalin. Alright, for the Endoceras, we can catch it here at Western Lenosia's Isles of Umbra South Shore. After a transition from clear or fair weather to fog, cloud, or gales, from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. Eorzean time, we're going to be mooching, use a spoon worm, pull on a small pole, to catch a full moon sardine, cast that out, and pull in on a huge pole to catch the Endoceras. The Namitaro is an intuition fish available here at Earth's Fount in South Shroud. We need to first catch 1 giant Takitaro during thunder or thunderstorms, available all day. Cast out a glowworm bait, pull in on a huge pole to get our giant Takitaro. That will give us our 1-minute intuition. Then we cast out with a topwater frog and pull in on a huge pole to catch our Namitaro. For the Helicoprion, we are going to be catching it here in southern Thanalin, out by the Sogoli Desert. We are going to be catching it after a transition from fog or clouds into a heat wave, available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eorzean time. We're going to be mooching, cast out a sandworm, pull in on a medium pole to catch a storm rider, then mooch that out and pull in on a huge pole to catch the Helicoprion. Alright, that actually went way smoother than I expected. We caught all 3 of the legendary fish from Lenosha, the Black Shroud, and Thanalin. Let's make our delivery. Hello there, Wawalago. Have you landed those 3 living legends? If first you fail, try tirelessly to much avail. Yeah, no, I mean, some of them took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but they came up without nearly as many attempts as I expected. Like, second open window at worst. Feel these firm flanks, see how the scales scintillate. This is some show of skill that you learn to lure these living legends. Master Wawalago, don't mean to bother you, but I need a moment of your time. These days, it's almost like the Rotano's fished out. Everybody sits as high coming back as they did going out. Fewer fish, you say? A dire development that disrupts dining delights for decades. This ain't your average bad streak. Something's happened out there, and folks are tired of watching and waiting. This time of year, there ought to be colossal catches of cod and cuttlefish, croakers, and capelin. Could it be the consequence of crazy currents displacing denizens of the drink? I shall set Sisyphus on the situation straight away. Meanwhile, Satoru, why don't you resume reeling for living legends? Reports have recently reached me of sightings in Kurthus and Mordona. Return hither once you have hooked and hauled in those hulks. Alright, 2 more legendary fish to go. Kurthus and Mordona, let's get searching. The Shonisaurus is available all day after a transition from clear or fair weather into a blizzard here at Kurthus Central Highlands up at Witchdrop. We're going to start with a hoverworm as our bait, pull in on a medium or large pole to catch the cloud cutter, mooch that out, pull in on a huge pole to catch a mahar, cast that out, and pull in on a huge pole to catch the Shonisaurus. Kuno the Killer is a mooch-heavy intuition fish here at Mordona's North Shard. We're going to start by catching 1 canavan during gloom weather from 8 AM to 6 PM Eorzean time. Honeyworm, small pull into silverfish, small pull into goldfish, huge pull for the 1 canavan. For Kuno the Killer, 23-minute, 20-second intuition once we catch the canavan. All day, availability, no other requirements. Start with a honeyworm, small pull into silverfish, medium pull into assassin beta, and huge pull into Kuno the Killer. Alright, I finally caught them both. The Shonisaurus took me for freaking ever. Oh my goodness. Well, it didn't take too long. It took no more than a week. But still, oh god, that was getting really annoying, the Shonisaurus was. In order to make my odds a little bit better, I actually swapped out for the Forager's hat. It's got better perception but worse gathering because I can't meld it. While I was using the Hamlet Pullers before, which has much better gathering for less perception. It's fine. We have enough gathering set at this point thanks to our new rods that, with the food buffs, with the spinach quiche, we get plenty of gathering to catch all the fish in A Realm Reborn. And the increased perception gives me a higher chance of getting a moochable fish, which is, since that's a double mooch chain, very valuable to have. Also, I need to pull some materia out. Okay, we've got a Nepto Dragon window opening in just a little bit, and that's going to be the last legendary fish for our Realm Reborn, so Wabalago, let's get on with it. It's a chancy challenge chasing choice char in, not char? Living Legends, of course I remember. Very vague venture, eventually a small stab at success. And I caught both of them. Well, 5 of them at this point. Could it be that the master has been mastered? That Wawalago has been wowed? The canard is correct. You have cast off your calories to catch the collect the catch of the day. Looks like Satoru here caught herself a passel of living legends. Am I seeing a changing of the guard, Wawalago? Don't be so silly, Sisyphus. Satoru is an adventurer, an all-around achiever not about to confine herself to one craft. And I was so looking forward to organizing a retirement roast in your honor. But anyway, I came by to update you on the situation you told me about. We can rule out the currents as the cause. The cold current from the Blood-Brine Sea into the Indigo Deep is a tad fatter this year, but nothing out of the ordinary. Yes, the sea has its seasonal shifts. We must cast about elsewhere for the cause of the collapsing catch. I am happy to report that I have solved the mystery of the plummeting fish population. That is to say, the fishery in the Rotano Sea is doomed thanks to the Nepto Dragon. The Absinthasilin arrives! Your academic acumen is always appreciated. So there be dragons in these deeps. Master Wawalago, you did say that the calamity displaced fauna from their natural habitats. Well, in not so many words, but I believe we understand one another. I have verified that indeed, sightings of the old ones soared following the calamity. More importantly, I've discovered that the Nepto Dragon is the calamity's mistress. That is to say, the creature always appears just after a natural disaster. Historical records also spoke of slumping fish stock at the time of the Nepto Dragon's appearance. So, this current situation in the Rotano Sea looks to be history repeating itself. That is to say, the fisheries here will die a painful, lingering death. And as for what this creature is, I believe I know that also. A spore born of Little Thalos. Or, as we scholars like to say, a freak of nature. But Little Thalos have no natural enemies, and if the Nepto Dragon is a monster version of it, We must catch the thing or these fisher folk will starve. This random rogue can ruin the entire Rotano seaboard. That would be correct. Luckily I've had urchins, that is to say children, not those fascinating creatures with feet ringing their mouths, on the lookout. One of them spotted the Nepto Dragon off Costa del Sol. Master Gegarujo has been kind enough to arrange a ship for a bit of dragon slaying, so to speak. Go greet your glory, Satora. As the finest fisher in these parts, it falls on you to finish this fearsome foe. Okay, off to Costa del Sol we go. First, I need to double check that I have the bait I need. We need northern krill and tons of it. I'm gonna go stock up on a few more and then I'll meet you over in Costa del Sol. Alright, made it to Costa del Sol. Thankfully, the Nepto Dragon has quite a bit more uptime than the Shonisaurus. It's up about 9% of the time, 10% of the time right now, so let's hope we get lucky. But thankfully, if we're not lucky, it'll be up not too much later. Aye, Master Gegarujo explained. Awful thorough he was about it too. Speak with the skipper here when you're ready and he'll take you to the ship. Alright. Off we go to the Rotano privateer. Ready to fish up that bastard Nepto Dragon? Just say the word and I'll take you to the ship. Alright. I'll be back once I have caught that damn Nepto Dragon. It's gonna be an intuition fish of the worst kind. The Nepto Dragon is an intuition fish. We need to start by catching 3 little thalaus available all day during rain or showers. Northern krill is the bait and we pull on a large pole. That will give us 5 minutes and 50 seconds of intuition. Nepto Dragon is available all day during rain or showers. And again, catch with northern krill, but this time it is a huge pole. You have got to be kidding me. I haven't been here for 5 minutes. Hardest fish in the game, hardest quest in the game, my ass. It's not the hardest fish by far. It's the hardest for a Realm Reborn, supposedly. But I caught it on the 3rd fucking pole because I guess it decided it wanted to be nice to me. Wow. Like, 3rd time it bit. I caught it. That was so fucking fast. How was it that fast? Why was it? Okay. I'm taking the win. I'm very happy about this, but it was not that easy on my main. On my main, it took me weeks to catch the fucking Nepto Dragon, and here we catch it in 3 poles. I am very happy about this, but I'm very confused. When you catch that Nepto Dragon, give it here. We'll lay it on the deck, get a measure of its size. Don't worry, I've got the Nepto Dragon right here. Let's cook it. The Saltworn one summoned us with the shipboard shell. He spoke of a supreme struggle with the sea serpent. We rowed robustly to reach you, ready for any rowdiness. Terrific timing for the 3 of us. Missed the threat, but not the thrill. Why, what a whale you've whisked out of the Whitecaps. Did you actually reel this monster up all by yourself? Even after all this time, you still managed to surprise me, Satora. Can I get some help here? Decomposition waits for no man, and I should like to avoid any unnecessary eruptions during dissection. A great day for science, and congratulations on avoiding the destruction of an entire way of life and all that. If you'll excuse me, I must get to the laboratory. Oh yes, the fish stock should return to normal. Stands to reason that if nothing's eating them, they wouldn't be dead. Then it's time we return to Fisherman's Bottom and deliver the good news to everyone. The lucent length of the late living legend fills me with fancies of flaky flesh. Surely science is not so stingy that it can't spare a succulent slice. You want to eat the Nepto Dragon? That is so... What will Lago? It's science. Aslan's research is far more important than your supper plans. I wonder it, but I'm also kind of curious how it tastes. Oh my goodness, okay. Did not expect that to go so smoothly. I am not complaining. I am very happy about how smoothly that went. Thank you, Nepto Dragon, for being kind to us on this day. Alright then, back to the Fishers Guild. Let's go finish up Feast of Famine, allegedly the hardest quest in the game, because it forces you to actually catch legendary fish. Beyond this, legendary fish are completely optional, I believe. Fun challenge, but definitely optional. Adventure, we appreciate all you've accomplished here. Once more, the Rotano shall brim with bluefins and bream, bonito and bass. You are an amply accomplished angler, gifted in getting guild gulpers. Everything in Eorzea is yours to ensnare. But bear in mind, better to bide your time when the biting isn't brisk. Patience is precious, though precious few perceive it so. Philosophical followings are not my forte, but few can beat me in brazing, boiling, and browbeating. Aswin sneaked me some scrumptious steaks, sawed off the Nepto Dragon. Hey, I mean, if the scientist says it's fine, then yeah. No speaking to Sisyphus of this, she's blinded by science. No decisions, browned in butter, capers, cream and cumin, or patted in pepper and put in a pie. I mean, Sisyphus can't complain, the scientist said it's fine, so... 50 of our choice of bait, and 99 free teleports, as if I didn't have enough already. Let's see, what do I want to go for? It doesn't really matter all too much. They're both fishing tackles, so they're reusable. Though I will eventually run out of them if I am unlucky. Let's grab the Yumizuno. I can always get more of either of them. It's not a big deal. Imagine Dragon. Alright, and with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, it is finally time to check out the primary PvP mode, Frontlines. Finally, we have time for it. I will see everyone next time for that. And then after Frontlines, we're moving on to the final chunk of main story for A Realm Reborn. This was basically it for optional content. We're done. On we go to the end. Hell yeah. We'll see everyone next time as we start barreling right to the end.